Dr. D.
Arden.
That's an easy one for you. That's a gimme. That's like a 0-star question for you.
I don't care what country's listening, they got to know that music.
And who is it? What is it?
The Twilight Zone.
Nice. That was I.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I got a little desperate today. I couldn't find it. So I wanted to apologize to Dr. D again. I seem to do that a lot. I did not give him enough time last week to talk about movies. And of course, this week he didn't watch any new movies.
No movies to watch. Yeah, it's funny. I probably need to come to the table with an old movie because like new movies are just killing me outside of the ones we talked about last week.
Right. So before we start, I had a unique observation at my fun job. Fun job, fun job. So in my fun job, they have like this little section of toys, and they had puppets. As I picked up it's one of them little hand puppets.
Yeah.
Of course, I put it on because I am a child, and I started talking to it, and I realized, if you talk to yourself, you look like you're insane. But if you have a puppet, you just look like a dork.
Yeah. You could probably do it for money.
Yeah, I mean, I literally was sitting there, like luckily there was other people and I was doing it on purpose, but I'm like, wow, if I had a puppet, I could actually have a conversation with myself and nobody would be like, that guy's just really nerdy.
Unless you pull your phone out and pretend you're like videoing yourself.
Right. So that was my bizarre observation about puppets. That I might start having a hand puppet and just like Uncle Floyd had Oogie.
Or if we were home on the subway in New York, you could do that and nobody would even look at you.
Right, I'd still be attacked, but for other reasons. But I'm wearing my America shirt today, United States of America, and of course I spilled tomato sauce on it.
And I'm wearing one of my thin dime store Hawaiian shirts because it's 90 blank degrees outside.
Oh, it's all good. So since Dr. D doesn't have a movie, I do. And it's normally, as we all know, as our fans, by the way, welcome to Arden, the crotchety old man, starring Dr. D and Arden. And Arden. I want Dr. D in big letters and then right underneath it, and Arden.
Two self-aggrandizing people over here.
Exactly. So, and everyone, by the way, once again, so we had somebody from Johannesburg last week listening to the show.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Wow.
Yeah,
What's the word? Johannesburg.
Yes. And our guy from Oregon again, or girl, or bot. I'll take bots. Feel free to bot us.
What other countries?
That was it. Only Johannesburg and the U.S.
Okay.
All over the U.S., but most of them are pretty familiar. I am actually sending another open invite if you want to be on the show. My one buddy, Daniel, he wants to be on the show, but he's sort of, we would have to keep him on a leash because he's on fire right now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting a couple people here myself. Dennis, as I told you, I'm trying my best to get him.
Yep.
He's got some family stuff going on, but hope to have him on here soon.
And we hopefully will have a guest next week. I have been lazy and I have not checked my Arden email. So I have to do that because I want to confirm. Oh, excuse me. I have the hiccups. Bear with me. I have to have a little basement water because I didn't make coffee. Hold on.
Basement water.
Just like it's right out of the tap. That's some damn good basement water.
Is it cold?
Yeah, I have a Yeti cooler that I got at Christmas that I'm drinking.
Little fluoride taste in there, huh?
Yeah, it tastes good. Tastes good, just the way it should be. So the movie I had, have you seen the movie starring Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter, at Guns Akimbo?
No, I have not seen that flick.
Massive surprise.
How old is it? When did it come out?
I do not know when it came out, but it couldn't be that long. Maybe within the last 5 years, 6 years. Because I mean, it's Harry Potter. By the way,
Yeah.
fun movie.
Wow.
Fun movie. So I'm going to give you a very simple premise.
I'm gonna write that down.
Guns, and it's Akimbo, Akimbo.
So he's got guns. He's standing with them on his hips, huh?
A little different. So basically, there's a website that takes criminals, and they have to travel all around a city and try to kill each other. And people like watch the website and they're betting on it. Like it's a really big deal. And
Sounds like real life.
yeah, actually, I'm waiting for us to get to that point. So, so
People
Daniel,
live stream it.
so Daniel Radcliffe gives a terrible review on the website. He's like, "This sucks. This is bullshit." Blah blah blah. Like he's just going off on a web because no one can respond to him. He's like yelling at the computer, just typing away. Well, all of a sudden, there's like time goes by, and there's a knock on his door, and it's a guy who literally just like beats him up and performs surgery on his hands, where he has two guns bolted to his hands.
Okay, I saw the trailer for that. It's coming back now. I got you. Okay.
So he is now the show. And they have like drones and stuff following him around, and basically like he can't do anything. And another person is once again, other criminals are trying to kill him. Oh, and he's like running around with his slippers, he's in his robe, and he has two guns. So he like the famous part is he runs to talk to the police, and he's like, "Help!" And he has two guns strapped to him. And so he just like and he can't do anything because he can't like grab anything.
How does he reload?
Well, that's the other part. He only has a certain amount of bullets that are in each clip that he can't reload.
Wow.
So he has to, so it's basically him trying to survive being killed. And then his girlfriend is kidnapped as well. So that's the motivation for him to keep going and actually try to win. And I'm not going to spoil it how it ends because there's a few twists and turns in it, but it's actually a really good movie. I'm going to
Akimbo. I just wrote that down.
I am giving it for a fun factor, 4 capital D's for fun factor.
Yo.
Yeah. I mean, that's a 4 capital D's. I mean, is the acting great and everything? By the way, Daniel Radcliffe, I'm now a fan of his.
He's always good. He's solid.
When he plays, he can't be a leading man. He can't because he's too short. And he's not Tom Cruise. Because everyone.
And he's not Harry Potter anymore when he was really short as a kid.
Right. And but when he plays a nerdy guy, he's awesome. He is. What's the one with the magicians? That movie. Dang. Come on, Dr. D, pull it. Come on. Okay, Now You See Me.
Now You See, yeah.
Yes. He's in Now You See Me Part 2, and I never saw the third one. But
yeah, I did see the third one.
Yeah, is he good at it? Or was
He's
that
very good at it. And the movie was just okay, but he was good.
Yeah, I mean that when he plays like a nerdy guy, it's awesome. So Guns Akimbo. Now the big question: there's 2 movies coming out. Bum, 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 bum. Are you ready? First one.
Drum roll.
Are you ready? And I don't know the title of it. The George Washington movie comes on the 3rd of July.
The George Washington movie.
George Washington movie, and it's basically before he becomes George Washington. Great for history buffs. You are going to learn everything about George Washington as a British commander.
Okay, it's called Young Washington.
Yes, Young Washington.
I haven't heard a word about it till you just mentioned that.
I might have to see it on the 3rd because it looks awesome, and there's things I didn't know. Like I knew he in the one battle where he's commanding British troops, he lost. But they were basically saying like he almost lost the entire French and Indian War because of him. So like he lost Canada, not Canada, but he lost like Quebec or something. It's just wow.
Well, as expected on Internet Movie Database, it's got 5.9, has a 5.9 rating.
Of course. And now the other.
That's telling me just because they don't like it, I have to see it now.
Right. I mean, it's our 250th anniversary. And then the next big one, the blockbuster of the summer, Supergirl.
Oh my goodness, man. I'm reaching for something to drink over here.
Would you rather set yourself on fire or watch Supergirl 5 times in a row?
You know what, Art? I'd rather set both of us on fire.
but I'm fat, so it would probably smell amazing.
Oh my God. You know, the
Ugh.
trailers and every review I've seen is just dragging it through the mud.
And the most amazing thing, the left, the left wing parties are there trashing it. Usually they defend it, like the Eternals, in
That was
Marvel.
off. That was awful.
But they defended it. They thought it was one of the greatest movies ever. Captain Marvel, they were like, "This is awesome."
I saw that too, and
But
it was horrible.
yeah, but Supergirl, they're saying it's horrible.
1984's Supergirl with Helen Slater was horrible.
I don't even remember that. I obviously didn't see it.
It was a big deal in the moment, but you saw it and you're like, what drugs are you people smoking?
I did see a couple of the episodes of the TV show,
Uh-huh.
and it was like woke from the very first episode.
Well, these shows aren't going to get made now unless they make those concessions.
Yeah, and
Narrative concessions have to be made.
I was watching this whole program where they were talking about like good, wholesome movies people actually want to go into the theater and watch.
Yes, that would be 60th anniversary movies, 50th year anniversaries, old movies.
Yeah.
Everybody will go see.
And they were talking about Toy Story 5. That's actually doing very well, but it's supposedly not woke at all. And people are taking there's not, well, let me preface this by saying Toy Story 4 was not the last Toy Story movie. You would think Toy Story 5 is right after There was a movie called Lightyear
Lightyear was horrible.
with two lesbian toys. Like you had that bombed big time. So you had the two lesbian toys.
It bombed horribly.
Yeah, and so Toy Story 5 is getting great reviews.
It's getting great reviews, but talking to some people, they're a little upset that Woody and Buzz are pushed to the background.
Well, I
A
know
little bit.
nothing about it. And Tom Hanks has already said Toy Story 6 might just be all AI. Just because like they don't he goes, I have had enough lines where AI could actually write a script. I'm not even needed.
The thing is, for me, it ended after after the third movie, which was really good, and they should have just left it alone.
Wow, Toy Story. So switching from movies, I had a question for you. And I'm working my way towards politics because I know some of our listeners only care about the politics. Half of our audience loves the movies, half the audience love the politics.
I'm surprised you didn't lead with that.
Well,
But
wait.
you were getting warmed up though. You've been getting warmed up.
It's a segue. I'm segueing, and I'm not talking about the little thing on the wheels. I'm not talking about that kind of segue.
What happened to those things?
I don't know. I was actually able to ride one. I rode
Yeah,
one
I
in
did
there
once
too.
years ago. They're fun. They're fun to ride.
Yeah, I was blowing through the mall at the mall outside of DC,
Yeah.
and flying on it right in the grass. I was like, hey, I could drive one of these things. The fact that I didn't fall on my ass is pretty damn good.
Hmm.
But so the Segway. I'm sorry. Question.
Oh, they discontinued production in 2020.
Sons of bitches. Things that have disappeared. We were talking about that last week, weren't we? Like things we like that have just completely disappeared.
Well,
Segways.
that would be the same. It went out quiet though too.
By the way, another one that came up: email. Email for kids. Kids, like if you're 22 years old, you don't look at email. Everything is through social media, unless you have a job.
Social media or just texting.
Right. And even the texting is usually done through social media.
Wow.
Yeah, so they don't use email at all.
I send no messages through social media unless it's something that's already on social media.
Right.
I tell people email me, call me, or you can send a text. One of those three. Roll the dice.
Because we're old.
Yes.
By the way, Segway. What's the name of your X site?
Dr. D C57D.
Awesome. And ours is Arden, the crotchety old man. So follow us both on X. So you got to do that. Like it's all about the segues today. So this was an interesting show. Going from Supergirl. Have you watched the show Continuum at all?
Continuum, I got through the first two seasons, and I don't mean that as a bad thing. I thought it was a really good show. And then I don't know why I didn't finish it. And I know it was canceled, I think mid season. I think it was like
Mid-season.
middle of the fourth season.
Yep. So
That was a good show.
It could not be made today in Hollywood.
No, I'm surprised it got made back then.
So right now I'm watching it. It's like roughly 2012 in the show, and it was made like 2013, so it wasn't that bad. But they were actually, and it's in Canada. It's not just filmed in Canada; it's in Canada, where the whole base of the show is.
Yeah, is it taking place in Vancouver? Well, yeah, they film everything in either Vancouver or Toronto.
Yeah,
So
and they were talking about Occupy. Do you
yes,
remember Occupy Wall Street? Which basically was really like the real true beginnings of the left starting their socialist agenda. But the show, first, I mean, they don't have that much of a problem with Occupy, but they do actually. There's an episode where a bank president, a bank CEO, is being held captive, and they literally are talking about how the banks were bailed out because they were too big to fail, and none of the executives were fired, and how they made bonuses. I'm like, wow, they are actually using real life information that did happen that both the left and the right got mad at. But it was
well, yeah,
fascinating.
it exposed everybody, and you're right, it wouldn't get made today.
It wouldn't get made because they wouldn't touch on that unless it was like anti-Trump. You know, like unless
Yeah.
there was some sort of Trump agenda, it wouldn't get made. But I was like, wow. So I'm heavily watching that. I just started the first season, so I know it ends.
Where are you watching that show?
Where I watch all my dumb shows, Amazon Prime.
It's on Prime. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
because I'm a poor man. I cannot afford anything else. Actually, I just don't. I have too much already. You know, like between my all my nerdisms, you know, I don't have time to just sit watch it. Have like way too many more channels. I would never watch them. I barely watch the Baseball Network, and I'm a huge Yankee fan.
Yeah, and I'm just deep diving back into that again now that basketball's over.
Yeah, so that brings us into the political world, but we're going to go soft. We're going to go soft. The World Cup. I admit, I feel like one of the only people who cannot name a single American player on the World Cup. They have a chance tonight at 10 a.m. I'm assuming you're going to stay up to actually watch. What's it? Is it a face-off? Like, how do you even start soccer? Like, what is it called when the first guy kicks it to the other guy?
The face off, right?
Like,
That's hockey.
I have right. I'm like, what's it called? Like,
The thing is, you don't know anybody because they don't push them here in this country. You know,
right.
they only care about the World Cup because it's ratings.
Right. I mean, I do remember, I don't know what World Cup it was, where there was Alexi Lalas, Tony Miola. Like, I
Hmm.
actually knew the players. This one, I don't really care, and I feel
I
slightly
haven't
bad.
seen them pushing players since the days of Pele, New York Cosmos, all that
Right.
stuff, and that's
Yeah,
going way back.
that's going way back. People are like, what's a Pele? But yeah, so with the World Cup, so America could go 3-0 for the first time ever. And they are in the knockout round if once this game is played.
The
And
last game I watched was Argentina and Australia,
nice.
and that was just like I forgot, maybe almost a week ago now, a couple days.
It's so big. I mean, so many people just like they have it on 24/7, which is pretty
Hmm.
crazy. Now, what I've been seeing, like, and we last week we were talking about it, like the fans coming over, and you know how cool that was. So World Cup's going on, but what irks me, and I mentioned it briefly about the one Congresswoman who asked who she's rooting for, and she did not say Team USA. We talked about that last week. She said, not Senegal. She wanted Senegal to win, not Team USA. So New York City is hosting, you know, the event. Mandani, and we're going to talk about him momentarily.
Hmm.
Mandani goes, does he wear anything USA? Nope.
No
Just
solidarity,
no
man.
solidarity. And his wife wears a Team Brazil jersey.
I'm with you on this one, Arden. I gotta have solidarity with the country.
I mean, I
Or
don't.
or the city in the finals. I always default East Coast if New York's not there.
Right.
That's me.
Right. So I mean, unbelievable. Like I mean, Donald Trump. If Team USA was playing in the championship, I know he wants to give away they're breaking tradition. He's going to physically hand the trophy to the winning team. But if
Hmm.
Team USA is playing and he goes, he is going to be wearing a patriotic tie. He's going to be like, I mean, he'll still wear his traditional suit, because he's not going to, look like someone like Apollo Creed in Rocky. He's not gonna dress up. I couldn't remember Don King's name for a second, but I mean, he's not gonna be wearing a red, white.
Living in America.
Oh, what a great movie! What an awesome movie! Yeah. So the World Cup's going on. It's the mall is now having its big event to celebrate 250th birthday. But have you seen the leftist reporters losing their minds? They actually had like continuous coverage of literally the reflecting pool. The reflecting pool's at pond. The reflecting pool. They had it like in the corner. Yeah. What the hell are they doing? Like, they're like, there's algae. See, Trump's an idiot. There's algae in the pool. Oh my God.
There's algae everywhere.
Unbelievable. They're like, he wasted all that money. When Obama and Biden spent a lot more money and didn't fix the problem, Trump is at least trying. Like, it's like they hate everything.
You know what? I give credit to people I know that put their money where their mouth is, and they decided to repatriate. They just picked up and they're like, "I'm done with this. I'm moving to another country
or another state."
I actually respect that.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, they're not hypocrites,
right? I mean, I'm tired of Northern Virginia. So one of these days, I'm going to get my ass out of here too. Yeah. So Trump was not happy the other day. Oh, I'll get back to Mandani in a moment. So yesterday, he had the leaders of the Republican senators over to talk about the America First Act. Where we have to literally, with the driver's licenses, you must have a license and proof of citizenship to vote. A true 80-20 issue. Even Democrats are 75% approve this. And it's the rhinos in the Republican Party that are not letting it go through. So there's a housing bill, which actually...
The rhinos.
Yeah, the rhinos, which for some people who didn't know, it means, Republican in name only. Rhino. So a lot of people don't even know that, believe it or not.
Really? That's so old, man.
Yeah. I was talking to some people and they did not know. But so Trump was mad. He was yelling. And a reporter asked, how bad did it get on a scale of 1 to 10? And the representative, I'm not going to mention his name, said 7. So Trump was screaming. So there's the Fair Housing Act, which is not fair. It's actually more garbage that we're just going to waste money on. Trump's like, I'm not going to sign it. So he literally told them he's not signing it until the Make America Great Again, until this act goes through. And people are like, they could just do the filibuster. They could have a waking filibuster where all you do is like, you just have to you have to keep the quorum. And as long as the quorum goes, people cannot leave. So as long as you have a 2-vote majority, you always will keep one person sleeping and one person will come up, and the Democrats wouldn't be able to leave. So one person would sleep, other people, and you just keep doing it until literally the Democrats and the rhinos sign up. Now, the only I'm not going to say rhino, but I don't have a problem with now I can't even think of his name. Rand Paul. I love Rand Paul because he's so. I was listening to him yesterday. I disagree with him 20% of the time, but a question was asked to him yesterday. If Congress, they tried to make it so it's perfect. Congress literally passes and it's signed into law that Rand Paul could be king or emperor for one day. What would he do? And he goes, immediately start an investigation on why this actually passed. Because no man should be king. I was like, that is an amazing answer. He could have said, I would do this, I would do that. He goes, I'm a constitutionalist. There's too much power in everything we do. Yeah, so I was like, that is Awesome. Way to go, Rand
And
Paul.
I'm with you on that one. There is too much power in everything we do.
Yeah. And so,
It's
uh,
just, it's ridiculous.
so will we ever get this passed where you need, and by the way, it's so simple. I mean, I know I've said it a million times. I mean, like, you need an ID for everything. In the store I work with to pick up a product that you ordered online, you need a picture ID. So I know that it's the right person picking it up.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's so like,
But the thing is, Arden, they're already asking for IDs. I mean, I
oh
rarely
yeah,
have to go someplace to pick something up, but when I do, I'm glad that they're asking for my ID because I don't want somebody else going in and taking my stuff.
right. Well, here's the funny part. Chuck Schumer came out today and he goes, if we put this in place, over 20 million people would not be allowed to vote. Yep. And who are those 20 million people, Chuck
Uh-huh.
Schumer? The illegals who don't have
Cha-ching.
like, he may not have really thought that one out. So it's obvious. So that was bad. Back to Mandani. Oh yeah, I got a little move going.
You're obsessed with that guy, man.
Oh, I can't stand him. He's ruined New York City. Well, so there
Oh,
was.
as opposed to like how many other mayors? I'm not sticking up for him,
Uh,
but New York, come on, man. I'm born and raised in New York.
well,
It didn't start with this guy.
oh no, it didn't start with him, but he has.
He
He's
he's fanning flames just like everybody else. He's not doing anything that anybody else hasn't done.
well. There are certain things that I absolutely like. The call to
I didn't
prayer.
vote for him because I
Yeah,
don't live there, and if I did, I wouldn't have voted for him.
his.
But I'm not going to put it on his head.
Oh, I'm putting a lot of it on his head. But well, so and especially because he's a socialist, and
True.
so they had an election in New York City for Congress people. AOC easily won her district, but
Hmm.
but some of these people that all three of the people that Ma'am Donnie endorsed won, and they are all radical, and each one is worse than the next. And some of them are two of them are going to actually be Congress people. Dan Goldman, who I'm not a fan of, who was one of the leads on the Trump impeachment, he lost his house seat. And
Yeah.
you're listening to these people. They're like, one woman actually say, Western culture has to be replaced. That was a direct quote from her. Western culture has to be replaced.
Replaced with what?
Socialism.
Okay, and they're gonna deploy that how?
Yeah, once
Everybody's just gonna roll over and buy into it. It's not gonna happen.
it actually it
It's not gonna
will,
happen.
it could. It happened in England. It's happened in all across Europe, and
It's a big planet, and no, you're not wrong, but
it,
there's also an undercurrent of people that are saying, no, this is not for us.
except when does it? Because eventually, you impose enough laws where you get caught in the like you don't think it's going to happen, but all of a sudden like it's the boiling of a frog. You put the frog in the water, it's nice and calm, he's happy, you turn it up, he never jumps out. That's how it's done. It starts with the taxes, it starts with fees, it starts with taking laws all of a sudden. It wouldn't be like
Well,
magically bam.
if that's the case,
It'll
then
be a
that's what I've
slow.
been looking at for the past 30 years.
Yeah, and it's happened more and more. And by the way, Republicans are part of the problem.
And by the time you notice it, it's already too late.
Exactly. And that's what,
That's the problem.
yeah, that's what the problem is. And it's happening more and more. And there's different avenues. You have the Free Palestine crowd. Okay, everyone sees it. And then they blame one group. And by the way, you put people in groups. You divide people into groups, and that's the first thing you do. If you've ever had a chance, and this is to the audience, please read Rules for Radicals. Read it because it fully explains how things are done. Congress, and by the way, it's actually taken over. How do you take over? You take over the medical side, you take over businesses, you take over the institutions. So institutions are first. Your colleges, your schools. We all know that that's happening. Once the institutions hit, you take over the medical industry. COVID literally should have been a punch to the face of America, and it was for some.
Mhm.
COVID, by the way, the Republicans went along with it too. So I'm not gonna. They said, okay, we're gonna take away all of your freedoms, and and the entire world was doing it. And people like, I mean, I'm not a church going person. I apologize. I should be. But like, they took away your right to go to church, except for the people in power. Everything was you were allowed to do a certain thing, but if you were caught, we would take away your rights even more. People weren't allowed to go to restaurants without masks. You weren't allowed to do this. You weren't, but yet they were. That's the whole key. The capital, the people in power stay in power. Rules for thee, not for me. And this happened, and we let it happen. So it could easily happen again, and it'll go. It'll be.
I say it's no. You're not wrong, Arden, but I say it's already there. It's been gradually going on.
Oh yeah,
Minimum three. It's picked up steam. Minimum 3 decades. Easy.
yeah. And so I'm getting more and more nervous. And I mean, you have the rise of the radical Islamist. You have the rise of the socialists, and actually this sounds crazy, but you're running out of the Democrats. Like the true Democrats are gone. Like, I mean, as much as I can't stand Chuck Schumer, I do believe he would put America first. Well, second after his own pockets. But
Well, yeah, I think with both parties, the further back you go, there's more purity in it. I think
yeah,
a
yeah,
Democrat from 60 years ago would look conservative now.
yep. Now the one thing I am also getting concerned is this is my final thing I want to talk about today. Did Trump lose? Now, I'm not talking about the war. The war itself, he's winning. But he has lost a huge chunk of his supporters. The supporters that are put America first, Israel second. And I know quite a few of them where they literally are saying F Trump, F JD Vance, we're never going to vote for them ever again.
And I 100% see why,
Yeah, they're so angry. Now,
as well they should be.
one of the things that Trump said that got very little attention is when he said that Europe only had about 5 days of oil left, where it was going to cause a
Right.
depression in Europe, which, by the way, and that's why he's so mad at NATO. He's so mad that that's
And
why.
what metric that was used to come up with that conclusion?
Well, it was kind
It's
of
wrong.
well, he was kind of explaining it that way, that that's why he's been forced to make these moves and push harder. But I had my view is that the Iranians, we kind of forget that the Taliban actually won in the end. They lost everything. They had no air force, no army. I mean, they had an army, but they had no air force. They had no navy.
Well, there was no way they could win anyway. What they've got no infrastructure.
Yeah,
Never did.
right. So we lost, and now they're back in charge again. The Iranians literally could care less if their people die. They can care less, So they're willing to wait it out. They want us to keep bombing them because then they know that Trump and the Republicans will lose, and then there'll be probably President AOC, and it gets a little crazy. So President AOC would be like, oh, no, 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 Israel, get out of, you have to leave and we're not going to give you any money. And it's going to get ugly. So that's why did Trump lose this war? Like, I thought he did it. He fought for the right thing. I think he just gave, my personal opinion, based on absolutely nothing, and I want to say that, based on absolutely nothing, is that I perceive it that he was doing what he thought was right. He was doing the right thing and not putting boots on the ground. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want any Americans getting killed. But time was on the Iranian side. And it still is. That the elections, the you're losing your own people. People are getting angry. So that's me venting for a few seconds. Hopefully it makes it back. Oil prices, I have no problem with oil prices staying where they are if all of a sudden everything gets great.
Well, the gas has gone down a little bit. It's
Yeah.
gone down some.
Yeah. It cost me $60 to fill up my tank.
Yeah,
But
that's about right.
yeah, but at the same time, I understand it. And guess what? No soldiers are being killed. That I really like. I don't want U.S. servicemen being killed, but at the same time, now it's like, okay.
But Arden, how many times have we been here with this and they rationalize and justify an oil increase? People buy whatever it is, depending on who's in office,
Oh
and the
yeah.
prices never go back down.
What was the?
Prices where they are right now, they will not go back to where they were a year ago, even. It's not going to happen.
It
And people and
might.
they know people will pay just like
Oh
they
well,
pay every year.
you have to pay until it gets taxed more.
I mean, people in the country paying what, 5, 6, $7 a gallon for gas in parts of the country still.
Yeah, and they live there and they don't even care. All right, well,
Yeah.
that was not a very pleasant ending.
Uh,
we,
dun, dun, dun,
we, we,
dun.
we need some humor here. Do you have any jokes?
I tell you what, man, the joke is next week we gotta have to go back to our shows.
Yeah. Well, next week we might have the guest. And
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
and I don't want to spoil that because it is a fascinating thing, and I got questions, man. I got lots of questions for this gentleman, and
I'm excited for this.
yeah.
Yeah.
So to everyone else who listens to us, especially our friend in Oregon or bot in Oregon, can a bot speak?
And you said there weren't any other places, any other countries? None,
No, just Johannesburg this year.
okay.
No. It could have just been an off week.
Yeah.
I really wasn't following up on X that much, but we'd love to have you. We don't care. You agree with me, disagree with me. We'll let you
Come
talk.
on.
We will let you. And if you want to talk movies, come on. If you want to talk TV shows, really, I mean, we're open to all. So let us.
Anything, current events, science, I don't care what it is.
Yeah. I mean, if you want
Something
to.
local in your own place, depending on where you're from.
Exactly. I don't know what's going on in Oregon. I really don't. I did
Yeah.
see. I mean, I know they're looking at a possible baseball team out there and a hockey team out there, but that's about it.
They've got them, but they're not pro.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go off on I'm going to make a new announcement for my hockey friends. So with the Kachuk brothers, if you watched any of the Olympics, and the Team USA as well. Did you see any of that with the Kachuk brothers who just went bananas for Team USA?
I heard about it, didn't see it.
They made me feel like I was like, yeah. Well, now they both play for the Florida Panthers. So I will say the Florida Panthers are my new number 2 team. If the Rangers don't win the cup, I want Florida to win the cup because those boys are freaking awesome. And their
The
dad,
Rangers kind of fell off, man.
yeah, they've been sucking the tookus. But
Yeah.
their dad got elected to the Hall of Fame. So he's in the Hockey Hall of Fame, and the 2 sons are now playing together. Freaking awesome. Anyway, Dr. D, any words of wisdom?
No words of wisdom, Arden. Just I'm hoping things change by next week.
I was going to say, what is it, stay safe out there or something nerdy like that?
Yeah.
If we need something for Batman, Batman would always have something good.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, that was the wrong thing. There we go. All right, everyone. We are a crotchety old man and a Dr. D.
Have a good night.